Tim, thanks for your time. Big game coming up in 2 or 3 days. I guess from having spoken to you last season that would this fixture been one of the first you'd looked for when they dropped in the summer?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the one you look out for, and then obviously you've seen that Liverpool first game, Newcastle second, Chelsea third. I'm like, oh, and obviously, Man City in the fifth game. So hard, difficult start, but an exciting one, I think, for everyone to start the Premier League season.
And we know, obviously, nobody needs to dwell too much how much Newcastle means to you. You've spoken about it in the past, really gave you your chance. You had a great period of time there. Maybe not the ending you wanted, you've spoken about that as well, but how much are you looking forward to actually for the first time, or is that going to be a very surreal experience for you?
It is a little bit. I mean, I've still got a lot of friends up north, and my missus' family is still living up there, obviously, so got a great connection with the club too, so it's just exciting. I mean, moved on, obviously, like you said, didn't want to move the way I ended up moving, but that's football sometimes, and just so excited to be back in the Premier League with Norwich now, and a great opportunity for us to get our first win on board on Saturday.
I'd imagine those Newcastle fans, they clearly love you as well. You're probably going to get a very good reaction when you come out.
I've always had a great relationship with them. I mean, they knew as well that the way I left wasn't really meant to be like that. I mean, if you are at a club for 10, 11 years, you want to walk out through the front door. So, I mean, enough has been said about that, and I think the fans know that. But yeah, we've had some great moments, some amazing results, massive ups, couple downs. I mean, that's what's part of amazing football.
In terms of the here and now, what did you make of them? Did you see any of the game against Arsenal at the weekend? How big a test is it for Norwich this weekend?
Yeah, I recorded the game. They're a good team. It's not going to be, obviously people are excited in Norwich at the moment about the way we finished the game at Anfield, and rightly so. But they've got some threats up front for sure. They've got some new players who look lively, and yeah, we have to be on top of our game. The way we played the second half in Anfield, I think, is the minimum.
Yeah, and on that front, as you say, how have you packaged that and the rest of the guys since? Because you look at the result and it hasn't gone for you. But the way you came back in the second half and the amount of positives and the positivity around the place, the fan base coming out of the second half, again, a bit of a surreal one.
It is weird, you're right, because losing 4-1 is normally, you're not getting many plaudits. But, I mean, it was a weird game. I think we gave him a couple presents, really. But it was always going to be a bit tricky going there. The nerves played a big role, I think, on Friday. But, again, we came out the second half and we didn't hide. We had 11 players who literally went forward. We played our style and we gave Liverpool a big problem. So taking away from that game is a lot of positives, like we said.
And on a personal level as well, again, as a goalkeeper, people might look at it and hadn't seen the game and think you've conceded 4. But on a personal level, you made some excellent saves. Were you very happy with how it went for you?
Yeah, I mean, being 4-0 down after 30 minutes and you look at the clock, and yeah, it's worrying because at the end of the day, you know what a top side Liverpool is. Again, the reaction of us, the defence, we're going to need that fighting spirit every game, and it's such a big learning curve, and that's why I'm pleased we had Liverpool in the first game, because I think a few of the younger ones who haven't experienced it yet were a bit wondering what to expect, and I think they had the eyes opened on Friday night.
Yeah, and for you as well, we know, and again you spoke very candidly about this last season, you've had a few dark times in terms of injuries, probably felt the way your career was going that you might not get back to the Premier League. So was there a personal sense of satisfaction that you not only did that, but you performed on a really high level as well? Yeah,
over the moon, for sure. I mean, it's been a long journey. I mean, hard work, and I didn't realise it's more than nearly 3-4 years since I last played in the Premier League. So yeah, for sure, it was something for me to be ticking off as well, and the confidence that I've still got it. And to be fair, I feel fitter and better than I've ever been. So I just can't wait to show that on a weekly basis.
And in terms of, as you say, Newcastle this weekend, you rightly said there's some big teams thereafter. Doesn't get any easier in this league, doesn't it? But that's what everything was about last season. You know, you and the guys, all the hard work you put in was to be going to Liverpool's, was to play Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City. So you've got to relish the challenge, I guess.
That's it. and don't shy away from it. I think that's the message the manager says to us. Listen, it's a cup final every game now. The fans will be right up for it. I mean, they've been waiting for 3-4 months to have the first home game again. So it's going to be electric. I mean, hopefully we can get the first 3 points on board. Yeah, just get it ticked off. I mean, like Timo scored his first goal on Friday, so there's no, because that's normally a bit of a thing, is the striker be able to do it in the Premier League, and he's done it straight away. And yeah, now we just need to keep clean sheets and let Timo and the boys up front finish it off.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
In terms of, I mean, Stuart Webber always talks about you've just got to ignore the noise, and the reason I ask that is because you will know, as one of the experienced heads in this group, that outside of this bubble, outside of maybe Norfolk, plenty are expecting Norwich to come straight back down again. Is that very difficult to almost isolate and just don't even pay that any attention whatsoever?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I mean, social media is a difficult place because you can't shy away from nothing anymore. So, but I think we should take it in our stride. I mean, yeah, we're going to be underdogs. Don't get me wrong. We all know that. I mean, look only on the experience side alone. It's been a learning curve, a new experience for most of them. But on the other side, we've got some exciting talent, way of playing. We gave Liverpool a real big problems last week, and I reckon if we play like that, we're gonna beat a few teams in this league. Which
I think, yeah, Jurgen Klopp pretty much said that as well. That the way Norwich went about it and how bold they were, there will be teams in this league who will be caught out by that, and that's, as Daniel always says, you've just got to stick to what your philosophy is, your way, and just continue in that vein.
Yes, I spoke to Wijnaldum and Van Dijk after, and they said the same. Klopp had them really prepared, even more than any other game, because he showed the clips from last year and the quality we've got. So we need to believe it. I think this is going to be all about confidence, believing in our own philosophy, and the manager, like he said, this is the way we're going to do it. We've got the players to do it. Yes, we're not going to win every game, we know that, but what an opportunity, like you say.